Even Oprah said this. The difference between a successful person and the one that's unsuccessful is that the successful person knows exactly what they want. Life itself rise to the occasion to support you on that journey.
My name is Doyin. Welcome to Rethink Live with Doyin, where we unlearn to relearn.
We're here live, of course, with the founder and CEO of New Leaf 101. Again, my name is Doyin, and thank you for being here. So happy to have you here. I'm the founder of UBridge Health and also Rethink Life with Doyin. And we have done the first part, right, where we were trying to discover what it is what is your business vision, your mission, your purpose, and your niche. Now we're going to be wrapping it up. How did you feel from last time when I saw you, when we spoke, and everything like that? Tell me about that.
I feel like you kind of hate like important points. Like when you say like my purpose, you feel like I'm more like a visual hands on like I want to be hands on with my patient, things like that. The type of ideal things I need to focus on. I think you made some good touch up on those points.
Thank you for that feedback. And we're going to get started, right? So I did ask you a lot of questions and we spoke in depth. That was really amazing. I really enjoyed my time with you. All right. So Ms. Carmel, when I asked you questions that pertain to helping you discover, right, your purpose, your niche, your vision, and your mission for your business, right? I kind of read some things at the end, but I'm going to go ahead and this is really, I've not read everything I wrote right now. I'm going to have to rewrite it, of course, and send it to you. But some things that that stands out to about who you are, I'm going to be doing that in real time as well. And I'm going to be reading some things to you. And then you let me know, right? What do you think about it? If this really portrays who you are, where your vision is. And I'm going to also probably ask you more in-depth questions. So stand by, all right? So when it comes to discovering your purpose, right? I said your attributes so far. I mentioned, of course, the visual learner, right? And we also mentioned, you like to be fashionable, right? You enjoy traveling, seeing sceneries. So for the most part, what we brought out of that was that yes, visual learning. You're very perceptive. You haven't, I call it, perceptive, and also inner eye, right? Cohesiveness. So I'm going to say some things first, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell you the details of exactly what your pillars look like. Okay. So we're going to discover what your pillars, what are the strongholds of what makes you who you are, and then will be the pillars for your business. And I came up with all these terms, by the way. So here we go. Your attributes are you're a visual learner, perceptive, meaning you have an inner eye. So pretty much you also have a gifting, like I mentioned, that I also do have, whereby it's not just about what people tell you. You can also hear what they're not saying, right? So that's just a natural gift. Some people, it's just people have that, like the energy, the vibe. You know what to feel, even though you can pretty much brush through the fluff. You can get to really have an idea intuitively of exactly what's going on about a certain matter, and that's going to be beneficial to you in your practice as well. It's not necessarily that you're prejudging. It's really it's a gifting. That makes sense. Listening, right? So perceptive, inner eye, cohesiveness, listening, empathetic. You're dedicated. You sort out for information. So you're a person that is research based and you like to inquire. Inspirational, right? You also want life work balance. It's not work life, there's a difference, but life work balance. You mentioned you enjoy to work with children. That is something you enjoy. Putting patients' need first, right? We just had a conversation just not long ago. So of course, putting patients' needs first. Inner work of happiness, contentment, the freedom to get up. That's another thing that you value. And you like to experience different cultures. Also, still goes back, right? So also a little bit of the visual learning, but at the same time, the perception. You mentioned owning a virtual business, right? And also kindness, empathy regarding your business, New Leaf. So those when I did the whole assessment, these are the keywords that stood out about you, okay, that I came up with about you. So far, what do you think? And I'm going to tell you something else shortly. Go ahead.
I feel like the thing you say about the inner eye, like I said, like that is something that other people always say about me. I always like pay attention. Like I told you the story about my sister asking me about like if that you think that person might be a good match and stuff like that. It's just um, like I think it's a gift, really, like to being able to have that intuition and being able to read through some things, not just what you see, but something at a deeper level. I think you hit the jackpot on that. And also you say something about like I told you before, I want to get that work balance, and it's very important to me. I reach a point in my life, I say, you know what, I want to do what I want to do. Like, I don't want to be slave to work. I want to be happy. I want to find fulfillment. I don't want to wait until like I'm 70 or 80 year old when, if God, that's the age I get to be at, and where I reach that point of self actualization and I say, okay, is my life fulfilled? No, I want to, as I live my life, when I like examine it a little bit and I say, like, am I where I'm supposed to be? Do I feel like fulfilled with what I've completed so far? You know, like it's not when you wait until it's too late later in life and start examining. You start examining your life as you go along. You see, what I mean, it's not when you at the end of the journey. What can you do? Can you turn back? You cannot turn back. You know.
Absolutely. That's a deep word. That you said some deep things right now. Absolutely, 100%. Right? You said, continue to um pretty much you said that reassess your life as you go through the journey. Don't wait till the end, right? Because that's the end. There's no way to
Yeah.
turn back. So that's a deep word you said right there. I love that. Now let's talk about your pillars, right? And when I tell people, I always say your business, you want it to be an extension of who you are, right? Which even
Mhm.
has to start with the people you hire, right? The kind of people or companies you work with. So there's a few things you said, right? And I know you said visual learning. That's more of a personal, but it would be nice if you have someone like that too. But everybody also has a different learning style. But your true pillars for your business, right? Cohesiveness is absolutely very important. So no drama in the workplace, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
don't want that. So the people you hire, you do want someone that has that kind of mindset, right? The same idea. So that way, because think about it, if you have a troublemaker in your business, right, or someone that doesn't is always wants the drama, wants to fight, it's not gonna work. Am I correct in that?
No.
It's not. Exactly. So cohesiveness. You also mentioned listening. That's also one of your pillars. And empathy, dedicated, someone that is dedicated, devoted to what you're doing, right? So you these are the things you're looking for. You mentioned sorting out for information. So it's not just someone that is just stuck in their ways of doing things the same way, right? It's someone that is innovative in your thinking. So that's something that is also one of your pillars. So innovation, we can put all of that when it comes to sorting out for information, research, inquiry, right? Inspirational, that's also something you can do, which we're going to come back to that area. And I'm also going to life work balance, right? We life work balance. So perhaps the people you also will hire, because that is important to you, so that is something you want for yourself. You also, in your case, when it comes to your business, there has to be a life work balance depending on who you hire or the kind of person you also want. Because we don't want to be just opening businesses for the sake of, oh, I want to get, I just want to make a little bit of money, or I want to make money and utilize people. If you really want your business to be that company, right, that is to be reckoned with, you will have to definitely, with the people you hire, you also want them to have a nice life work balance. And at the same time, you want to make sure that it's a place that can be, like, it's a breathing place for innovation, cohesiveness, and advancement in the business. Okay, so again, a business is an extension of who you are. So the people you hire should also have similar things, and this should be the criteria for, this should be the baseline or the foundation of your business. I'm gonna go a little bit more. You said you love to work with children. That's amazing. Put in the needs of the patients first. So that's one of the criterias, right? Putting the needs of the children first, right? And you said inner work of happiness. So that's something that you may also want to maybe, ensure in your practice. So contentment or freedom to be able, so you like to travel, right? So and there's something I'm going to say here. I'm going to put some things here. So the children and traveling, we're going to come back to that. Okay. You like to experience culture. Now, you also mentioned virtual business, right? So those are something, these are not your pillars yet, but I'm going to tell you about this. The other part, you said kindness, right? Empathy. We already mentioned that one. So for you, based on what I see here as of now, your pillars, you have about 8 pillars. So cohesiveness, listening. So the people you hire, right, should be able to listen to your patients and their needs, right? Putting the patient's need first, right? Very important. So anyway, cohesiveness, listening, empathy, right? So again, your pillars, you actually have right now, as far as I see, 8 pillars. So
Yeah.
cohesiveness, listening, empathy, dedicated or devoted, innovative thinking, life work balance, putting the needs of the patients first, and kindness. These are your pillars, which means the people you hire, when you do hire, and when these are the things you want to be on the lookout for. When you interview people, you're going to be asking questions pertaining to these things because you want to make sure they can permeate what you stand for. Your business is you, but it is an extension of you. And the people you hire, they're snippets of a little part of you.
Yeah, they have to be able to reflect that.
Exactly. So very important. And most that's why you work in some companies. For example, there will come some companies, they have a certain culture in that
Mhm.
company. And it's different from another company you go to. This is all because of the person that had the vision in their mind. Everybody goes about things very differently. You do have some companies that are money hungry, and you see the culture there.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I'm sure you've worked with some companies, and the way the culture is, it's not just about the money. It's they also care about their employees and the way they do things. It's because it's all stemming from the vision of the owner and
Mhm.
also the CEOs you hire. So that's why sometimes some CEOs are not best fit. This thing that I'm doing is literally something that they should be doing upper up in other higher companies. Not all CEOs, just because you're a CEO, you have experience, does not mean you know the culture, you can fit the culture of the company you're working with. You have to permeate, let that continue to reflect. So, okay, even with merging. Okay. All right. Any questions so far?
So far, so good.
Good. All right. So, what did you think about that? I'm going to tell you something else, though. What do you think so far? Go ahead.
I think those things you mentioned are very important to me, but at the same time, I'm thinking it's gonna be hard for me to find people that reflect the same values. So and then if I do, how much they gonna like? I'm gonna have to be willing to pay them. Like, and then they probably want to start their own companies as well. You understand? It's hard to find like some of the values. Like, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything like that because I have those values. Nobody else possess the same value. I'm not saying that otherwise. Like, I'm just saying that it's gonna be tough finding somebody who can reflect all those. But I'm just gonna have to settle. Maybe if you fit in those 3 values,
No,
then
no, you
you're a
don't
good
have to
fit.
have. Oh, no, you don't have to have all the values. For example, everybody is different, but you gotta have some things that are very important. I'm gonna tell you, for example, for you, put in the needs of the patient first.
First, yeah, that's
Okay.
a top pillar
Okay.
for me that they're gonna
Okay.
have to have. Having
Exactly.
empathy is also important to me.
You get the idea now. So
Mhm.
some of the things are synonymous, right? And this is real conversation. Some of the things are synonymous, right? You would depending on who you're who you are hiring in your company is going to determine, right? What kind, for example, if you have a front desk staff, right?
Mhm.
Do you let's think about it. Do you want them to put the needs of the patient first?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want them to at least be able to work cohesively with you or no?
Of course, I don't want drama. Like I said, I'm not like a TV show where okay, I collect drama to make people come and
Yes, you get my point. Okay. Do you want them to have empathy?
yeah,
Do you want them to be able to listen to maybe what you say or what the patient is saying or requesting for? or better yet, even the people you hire as a provider. Do you want that or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, do you, since you have that, have you worked for other companies that also have those?
I've seen a few, not
Okay.
a lot. I've seen a
Okay.
few,
Okay. So that's the point. You think it's so hard. It's not that hard. Just
but
like
I only seen a few.
few. So you can either. So now, what I'm saying to you is that you don't want your company to become something you ran away from. Okay. Which also means you don't want the people that work for you. Because the way the other companies that you did not like and you
Mhm.
left them. Listen, when you make people don't leave jobs because of the money. They're not leaving. Why do people leave companies or leave jobs?
They're not happy with the conditions there. Or they not happy with management. They're not happy with the employees they work with. They feel like it's in a hostile environment. Like there's
Okay,
no room to grow. Or like I
okay,
can go on and on.
okay. So now with what you if I put, for example, life work, you right, you left jobs that paid you more, and they went,
Mhm.
and you said, what did you say? You said what? I wanted what? Go ahead.
To feel appreciated. I wanted to have some kind of freedom. Like I
And
wanted
you
a
said
better
life work. You
environment.
said life work. So
Mhm.
one thing about when you begin and you choose and you know what you want, right? And I said it, I've posted it, and I bet you, and I'm not joking with you, even Oprah said this.
Mhm.
It's weird. But she says the difference between people that are successful and the ones that are not is that the people that are successful is not that they think they know what they want. It's not that because they're doing it because somebody else said I should do it and I think I should do it. No. She said the difference between a successful person and the one that's unsuccessful is that the successful person knows exactly what they want. And she said, additionally, life itself rise to the occasion to support you on that journey. If you know what you want, you will trust me when you navigate life, knowing exactly the vision you want for yourself, you will know the people you don't want along, and you can bring everybody along on your journey.
Yeah. I see that because they always say that like the more successful you are on that road, the less friend you're gonna see going along that journey with you. Don't feel bad about it. It's just like you're not destined to walk on the same road.
Exactly. There are many people. There are over what 7 million billion people in the world. You'll find someone
Mhm,
because you know what you need
mhm.
and you know what you want. For example, in my company, authenticity is very important to me. I need realness, and I also want life work balance. So I don't. I tell my assistant, they've like my students say, "Wow, it feels like family in here." I want people to be able to express themselves, and I joke with them, and they know me, and I also know them. And my assistant is very. Both of them, they're very kind. They look out for me. They help me build my practice. They are the ones. They're very involved. Not just them, my biller, every one of them, and my students, and the providers that I teach. So you will find those people. Not everybody is supposed to come on your journey. Trust me. So just let life guide you. Let God guide you. Let your Holy Spirit guide you. You'll find the right people. Don't stress about it. Leave that to life. Let it do its thing. All you need to do is
Yeah,
just know your vision and you go ahead and work towards it. Trust me.
that's
It's
awesome.
crazy, but I'm not lying to you. It's crazy because this happens to me every time. Exactly what I need comes around the corner and you will get it. Trust me. Trust the
Amen.
process. Okay. Amen. I know, right? Absolutely. So let's go into now. Let's go into so those are your pillars. Now let's go into your purpose, right? There's something I wanted to say to you. Some things you said. You said children. You enjoy working with children, right? And this is one thing that is so amazing. You knowing this now about yourself. Do you see yourself maybe possibly going to some schools to let them know you're here? Going to PTA meetings to let them know you're here. It's very easy. A lot of people don't want to work with children. It
No,
requires
and then
patience.
and people were trying to discourage me how like working with children is so demanding because not only you working with the children, you have to deal with the parents. Sometimes the parents are the real issue. I noticed that, but I feel like, but they need somebody who can understand them, where they can open up. And you have to start when it happened. If you wait until later, it might be too late. You understand? You need people who can
Hmm.
understand them and then help them overcome those challenges early, not wait until later. It might be too late.
You get the point. Absolutely. A lot. I don't want to. Majority of our psychiatric issues are stemming from not,
Childhood.
yeah, exactly. Childhood,
Mhm.
the
And then a
environment,
lot
where
of
we were
people
raised.
don't want to dig. If you notice that a lot of people don't want to go and like dig deep into the issue because they say they don't have the time for it. They don't want to open a Pandora's box where they don't know what. So what they do, they say, I'm just gonna be on solution focused, and I want. They don't. They just say, okay, let the past be the past, and let's focus on the present and the future. But if you're not able to bring closure to what happened to you in the past, some people are stuck in the past and not able to move on. You understand? You have to really sometimes go empty that closet. Like it's just like until you do. It's like when your mom say clean up the room, you put everything in the closet under the bed, everything, and then things start smelling. You everything look clean in the outside, but you
Mm,
cannot know what smells so bad. Maybe it was a sock, like in the or like something that you've been buried there. So you have to kind of bring everything out and do a deep cleaning.
absolutely. Absolutely. Making peace with your past to be able to, being able to, sometimes you'll be so very surprised, I'm sure, with different type of therapy, theories that they utilize, right? Even in the solution focused and stuff like that, therapists, they you use some, like a lot of things, like I do psychotherapy with my clients, and like you said as well, right? It's unearthing the root cause, going to the bottom. A lot of times, a lot of issues are not stemming from, they're not stemming from just the surface, like you mentioned. They're not stemming from that. It's a deep rooted cause. For example, right, let's talk about narcissists, right? It's a deep rooted cause over there. Why? What about borderline? Deep rooted cause over there. It's a lot of things stemming from either not, putting, letting children know boundaries, right?
Mhm.
Letting them know what not to do or what to do. It has to do with, maybe being molested, assaulted, and then not getting the proper care, right? Or they're not talking about it, not knowing how to verbalize your own emotions, right? It's then these children's, the children, they grow up to become adults, literally with the same mindset. So it's very important that along this journey, like I said, even I was having a conversation with some students. I mean, sorry, a student of mine was observing me today, and they were like, wow, the way some children don't want to talk because sometimes they feel like something is wrong with me. And I tell them, it's not that something is wrong with you. You're, especially adolescents, right? You're trying to figure out who you are. It's normal for you to be hot and cold, right? But we just have to talk to you. We have to talk to you. Not everything is medication. And those things are very important to let children understand, especially adolescent age, right? Erickson stages of development. They're trying to figure out their identity versus, should I follow the crowd or not? Does that make sense? So it's very important. And if they don't know those things from the get go, it could be a problem as an adult. So very important. And I love the fact that you're going to be working with children. But I'm just saying to you right now, knowing that children is something you're passionate about, right? Doesn't mean you can't take care of other people, but knowing that information, now you know possibly where your niche is gearing. And what is it about children that makes you gravitate towards children, right? In your case, you said it's because you feel that that the root cause is stemming from a lot of issues in the childhood and the growth of the stages of development, right? So very important. So this is other ways. In your case, children would be something that makes you stand out. For me, it's helping people, to discover who they are in their career path, which can be from 13 to 60 something or even more. You get the idea. And part of it
Yeah.
is what I'm doing with you right now too.
Yes. And
Okay.
I appreciate you doing this.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Uh-huh.
You're most welcome. So now another thing you mentioned, traveling, right? Traveling. So we are discovering like part of your, right now we know your pillars. Right now we also know children. I get it with the parents that it can be difficult. I get that. But the thing is every parent is different. Parents are really, you have to educate the parents as well so they can understand the development stages of their children, right? Letting them know some things are normal if they're acting this way. If they're eating chicken, burger or sorry, French fries at a certain age, it's normal. Don't just stop, force feeding the child. Like, you understand what I'm saying? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
things like that. We need to educate the patients and the parents. And once we do that, I've noticed a lot of education goes a long way, even with children and parents. And some parents are just, of course, they have their trouble. So either way, they'll leave. Trust me, they won't
Yeah.
even want to stay. So they'll go somewhere else. So the ones that needs help and you can help, I take care of children. I love them. I take care of adults, everybody. I don't have a problem with that. I was gonna be like everybody else, funny enough. It's crazy. I wanted to be. I was like, oh, I was gonna be like, oh, everybody says children are so hard to work with and their parents in this. And I'm like, wait, Doyin. I was like, I like children. Children love me. I love them. And I'm like, parents, they're gonna be like, I could deal with them. If the one that is nasty, okay, we're just not meant to be. And
Mm-hmm.
I decided, I'm like, no, my practice is gonna be is gonna be for children. I don't have an issue with them. And if I do, we'll deal with it. It's an individualized care approach. And that's exactly what psychiatry is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Now, traveling. You said, let's take a look here. Traveling. So that could be something else you can also do. So you enjoy to travel. You can also utilize, you don't have to show yourself, but when it comes to your social media marketing, you can have some travel pictures of your experiences and just put a nice word that, either talks about stages of the development for children or, whatever you are very passionate about. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you there? Okay. And then the next thing, also you said, let's take a look here. You said culture, virtual. Okay. So virtual business. Sounds good. So far, so good. You understand that?
So far, so good. Mm-hmm.
Now let's go to the next thing. Purpose statement for Carmel, right? And New Leaf 101. I wanted to ask you, what was the reason you chose the name New Leaf? I think you mentioned that, but let's talk about it again.
Oh, the reason why I chose New Leaf is because I felt like I was looking at the season, like there are 4 seasons, and you have fall season, and every time you see a leaf fall, and I say like, okay, even though life is just you going through changes like seasons and stuff like that, you can turn a new leaf. It's just about turning your life again, like doing something new after fall, you're gonna have winter, you're gonna go through it, you're gonna have spring, and it's back to that cycle again. Like life goes on, like so. I didn't think of a slogan yet. I was thinking about like a leaf fall, a leaf turn. Like, but I said like maybe I should go with something deeper. So I've been trying to see what slogan should I come up with.
A leaf falls, right?
Mm-hmm. A leaf turns.
A leaf fall. I love that. A leaf turns. Tell me, what does that mean exactly? I know what it means, but I
Turn.
want to try to understand.
When people see about fall, they feel like, okay, you're at the bottom, but it turns. It's like life in motion. You don't know where it's gonna turn. It can turn for the better. It can turn for worse, but it's still in motion. You just have to see where it takes you. You understand?
Yeah,
So like
absolutely.
when I say I don't want people to say like the fall is the end of it. You understand?
Mhm.
It's part of life, but there's a turning point. You won't know until you get to experience it.
Hmm.
You understand? So that's why I was like thinking when I said a leaf falls, a leaf turns.
Okay.
So I don't
What
want people to think that's the end. Okay, what happened to that falling leaf? You
about,
know? So what happened to that turning leaf?
hmm.
Go find out. You understand?
Well, come find out at New Leaf 101.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
Exactly. And that's a beautiful thing, right? You can even use that for your
hmm,
video, you know? Come find
yeah,
out, right? You want to find out? So
yeah,
this is going to be where the rebirth, right?
hmm,
It's the
hmm,
rebirth. So a leaf falls, right? But a leaf turns, right? Or, I definitely see, it could also be a leaf falls and new leaf turns. I mean, we can always ponder on that, but it's
hmm,
beautiful. But It's a nice. I think that's deep. Actually, you're saying it's not deep enough, but let's see. I
No,
think
I
that's
feel like
good.
something is missing to connect the two. You
Oh,
understand?
I
So
see.
to
A leaf
make it
falls.
flow, when I was trying to come up with it, I was looking at the seasons of fall, and I really love watching the leaves, like the different colors they turn to. And it's beautiful. You understand? So I say, look at it. Like they're falling leaves, but they're beautiful when they turn different colors and things like that.
Okay, let me read to you something that I'm going to tell you right now. What I hear, it says the phrase "a leaf fall, a leaf turn" can be interpreted in several ways, right? Depending on
Mhm.
the context that it's been used. A few possible meanings, right, is nature and change. The phrase could symbolize the natural processes of change and transition, typical in the fall season when leaves change color and fall from trees. It highlights the cyclical nature of life, where things come and go, shift and evolve.
Mhm.
Metaphor for life, it may represent moments in life when significant changes occur. The falling of a leaf could signify letting go or loss, while the turning of a leaf could or might symbolize new beginnings or the potential for growth and renewal.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's,
Hold on, we're not
yeah,
done. Hold
okay, good. I like that.
on. I have
And that's exactly
what?
what I mean
Mm,
by that. And
yes,
just, yeah, so like when I was looking at it, I don't want people to say it's a falling leaf. Like,
no,
okay, things happen.
yes. I totally understand what you're saying. So yes, absolutely. So now, poetic imagery as a piece of poetic language, it says it can evoke feelings of nostalgia, beauty, and the impermanence of life, inviting reflection on both the beauty of changes and the inevitability of endings. Okay. Mindfulness. In more philosophical context, it could encourage mindfulness to appreciate the present moment as leaves fall and turn, similar to being mindful of the fleeting nature of experiences. Keyword fleeting.
Oh, I like that. Say that again. I like that. Say it again. I have to write this one down. I have to write this one down.
Okay. So it says
Right.
mindfulness, right? It says in a
Mm-hmm.
more philosophical context, it could encourage mindfulness. No, I'll send it to you. I got you.
Okay.
This is what I do in my coaching. You see this? We're going deep. I love it.
Wait. Where did you get this?
Don't worry about it. This is my thing. Okay, this is
Thank
what I
you.
do. You're welcome. So it says here, in a more philosophical context, it could encourage mindfulness to
Mhm.
appreciate the present moments as leaf fall and turn. It is similar to being mindful of the fleeting nature of experiences. I like that a lot.
Mhm.
The
That's the phrase, I think
nothing is
nature of
permanent.
experiencing. Mhm.
Nothing is permanent. So it's and I also enjoy the metaphor part, right? The falling of a leaf could signify, I get it, letting go, right? But the turning
Mhm.
of a new leaf might symbolize new beginnings or the potential for growth. So I believe a leaf fall, a leaf turns. I think that's a great one. Doesn't have to be a new leaf. A leaf falls, a leaf turns. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's very deep. Your logo would have to show a rebirth of a leaf, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Changing maybe the colors of the fall. You're wearing something like
Yeah.
this, right? The colors of the fall, the colorful part of the orange. So it could be like a leaf that is brown, but it emerging the way like it could show like different
A
colors.
different color, like it's shining. Like on
Exactly.
one side there's a shine to it, the other one is a dull
Yeah.
moment. It's just like two faces.
So exact. So yeah, you can also do that too. So or it could be a circle of life, right? It can also
Mhm.
be that too. So, but either way, right? Don't worry. I know nothing is ever permanent. You can always figure out what will be the best, like whatever is going to be inserted to make everything flow really well. But the meaning is amazing, and it is already deep enough, as you can see. So I got you. I'm gonna put that information as well in your the things that I do for you here. Okay. All right. Now let's go to this portion. Stand by. And yeah, that's some of what I do. Some things that I do. So here we go, right? So let's go. Right? A leaf fall, a leaf turns. At New Leaf 101, right? Let's take a look here. And that explains everything. See how everything is coming connecting together, right? New Leaf 101. That's
Yeah.
deep. It makes sense. So, Carmel's purpose is to empower individuals, right? I'm going to read this. This is what I came up with briefly, but I have to read it out loud, but I'm going to read it to you, right? It's to empower individuals to blossom into their best selves by embracing their unique learning styles and fostering a holistic approach to well being. As a visual learner, Carmel leverages a perceptive inner eye and dedicated research capabilities to uncover the most effective strategies for personal and professional growth. Through active listening and genuine empathy, she places the need of her clients at the forefront, ensuring that their journeys are met with compassion and support. Carmel's mission is to inspire a balanced life, where the demands of work harmoniously intersect with the joys of family and personal interest, particularly for those who balance the many facets of motherhood. So that could also be another way, right, with children, right? Possibly. So because you will be working with the parents. So you're gonna be in this case making their life just one easier. Got that? She believes in the power of conscious inquiry and diligent research to provide actionable insights and innovative solutions for our clients. By cultivating an environment of kindness and understanding, Carmel aims to foster a community where individuals feel free to explore diverse cultures and experiences that enrich their life. So in your case, this is more particularly about you, right? At New Leaf 101, the inner work of happiness and contentment is paramount. Carmel encourages her clients to take the initiative in their lives, making informed choices that prioritize their well being and the needs of their family. A virtual business model allows her to reach individuals from all walks of life, providing access to valuable resources and connection that stimulates growth and fulfillment. Together, let's cultivate a new leaf in our lives, one that radiates positivity, fosters resilience, and champions the spirit of lifelong learning, all while maintaining a commitment to kindness, empathy, and the understanding that true success is measured by the joy we create within ourselves and our community. But of course, you're going to be working with children and everything, but that's just, but for the most part, the children part is something that I believe you can make a change, and you will
Mhm.
discover on your path what it is that you want to change or solve. And I think you already did tonight, with the conversation we had about helping parents understand and also helping children understand the importance of mental health and
Yeah.
the mindset. Okay, I think that's really going to be your niche. Okay, part
Yeah.
of it, niche in business is your purpose. So that's one of your purpose. Okay, you got it.
Okay.
Well, you will
Yes.
be working with motherhoods. Just letting you know. So
Yeah, I
you,
cannot wait for you
yes.
to mail me all those documents because I really like the way you were able to put them into words because I know what I meant, but sometimes it's hard to express it. Even though I always tell my patients, express yourself, like tell me what's happening. But like I don't know why it was so difficult to put like into place what why I thought about the name, why I felt about the slogan. You understand? And I like the fact that you did not take away from anything I said, but you say, let's examine it. It might be a good slogan. You say, let's cut it
Yes.
into pieces and say, like, where did you get that idea? Like, like, let's see, let's work with it. Don't try to change it just because it doesn't sound right. Maybe, like, there's a deeper meaning to it.
Absolutely. And we found out there is, right?
Yeah.
It's so
Mhm.
deep, it's beautiful, and it makes perfect sense as to why it's not just New Leaf, but it's New Leaf 101. That's always like you said something, I believe yesterday you were saying, it's never, it's like, and I like what this thing said. It's a fleeting moment, which people unfortunately, right, they make a permanent decision. Never, right? This is what I'm saying to you. Like it's literally saying never make a permanent decision in just a fleeting moment.
Mhm.
Don't make a permanent decision based off that. So, and it's not just New Leaf, it's New Leaf 101. It's a rebirth, a restart. You can try again.
Yeah.
Okay. So the mission, I'm gonna send everything, the mission statement for New Leaf, right? And you will navigate.
I'm gonna take that again. You can try again. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, This is all for you. So, a mission statement for New Leaf 101, right? At New Leaf 101, our mission is to create a nurturing and transformative environment, right, where the holistic well-being meets vibrant community engagement. We strive to empower individuals through the power of visual learning and
Mhm.
perceptive inner eye cohesiveness. By listening deeply to our clients and fostering empathy, we dedicate ourselves to understanding their unique needs. Our commitments to seeking out information and conducting thorough research. Oh, this is amazing. I'm good. I'm happy.
Mhm.
So, thorough research enables us to provide innovative solutions that inspire growth and balance. We believe that personal happiness and contentment are essential for sustainable well being. Thus, we provide the inner work that allows our clients the freedom to embrace diverse cultures and experiences, be it virtually or in their daily lives. You can also go to different cultural areas, just letting you know, with your, which your, because you will be exploring, right, traveling to different countries. So you'll be able to connect on that level and even connect with the clients you work with and their parents. Okay. We recognize. So that's a beautiful advantage. Do you get that?
Mhm.
We recognize the importance of nurturing future generations and place children's need at the forefront of our work. Our approach is rooted in kindness and empathy, ensuring that we always put our patients first. We encourage a harmonious life work balance, creating a space where inspiration thrives and relationships flourish. Together, we at New Leaf 101 embark on a journey of collective growth and healing, fostering a community where every individual can blossom into their best self, cultivating a brighter and more compassionate future. Hmm,
Wow.
okay. So sounds right? The children
Yeah.
situation and what you said earlier.
Mhm.
Okay. You are? All right.
Wow.
Vision for Carmel and New Leaf 101. Carmel envisions a world where the essence of holistic well-being is accessible to all. As a passionate visual learner, she embraces the power of imagery and design to communicate ideas that inspire growth and transformation. Through her perceptive inner eye, she sees not just the visible, but also the emotional landscapes of her clients, allowing for a cohesive and deeply empathetic connection. Hmm. Carmel's listening skills are fundamental to her approach. She dedicates herself to truly understanding the unique needs of each individual she encounters. With a steadfast commitment to her work, she actively seeks out information and engages in rigorous research and inquiry, staying at the forefront of wellness practice. This pursuit of knowledge fuels her inspiration, allowing her to adapt and innovate her business, New Leaf 101. Carmel strives for a life work balance that prioritizes her well being, her children, right? The children you're going to be working with. I want to fix that, right? Her children and the needs of her patients, right? So priorities are well-being, and of course, the children you take care of, and also the needs of your patients. By putting her patients first, she cultivates an environment where she feels, or they feel, sorry, where they feel valued and understood, fostering a sense of trust that is integral to the healing journey. Her vision, well, technically those children will be, even though they're not your children, but they are your children. It makes sense with your
Mhm.
business. Now, her vision also extends beyond her practice. She believes in the importance of inner work for happiness and contentment. Carmel understands that true fulfillment stems from freedom, the freedom to rise each day excited to explore, right? New experiences, cultures, ideas, enriching both her life and her business. Her virtual business model enables her to connect with the diverse communities globally, fostering cross-cultural understanding and cooperation. At the heart of New Leaf 101 is a dedication of kindness, or to kindness and empathy. Carmel creates a supportive atmosphere where every interaction reflects a commitment to the well-being of others. She inspires her clients to embark on their pathways to health, encouraging them to embrace change, seek knowledge, and cultivate a lifestyle that values compassion and understanding. In carrying out this vision, Carmel is not just a practitioner. She becomes a catalyst for change, creating a ripple effect of kindness, empathy, and well being that extends into every life she touches. Through New Leaf 101, Carmel is dedicated to nurturing a world where individuals can thrive, experience freedom, and create lasting experience.
Are you a writer? Like, do you write books and things like that? I think that might be your next chapter.
Well. Thank you.
I think
Plus,
that might be.
also, I also utilize some other resources to help me with this as well, in my journey. But the thing is, it's a matter of knowing. I know what you need, and I know what the vision I see, and I can put it together. Like I told you, it's a gifting.
Yeah,
So nobody
I
can
can see
replicate
it.
what I do. So, and what I did here, right? Most companies, when I was on my journey for nursing, I wanted at one point I was like, should I be a consultant? Because I was ready for a career change at one point. So I loved nursing too, but I was like I knew that I'm a thinker. I like to think. I can most of the time figure out answers to matters,
Mm.
and I can at least direct you in the path that is necessary for you for your growth. So this is something that I do, and thanks for the opportunity to be able to show you what the gifting that I also have. I enjoy doing this. It's fulfills me big time, and this is something that I hope that the children of the future and will benefit from. But imagine if I never discovered if life never allowed me to pursue and for me to also decide to plunge in, this gifting would be hidden somewhere, and I would have
Yeah.
never discovered or allow it to come to to pass and come to light. So I don't want to hide my gifting under a bushel. So whatever it takes as we proceed through this journey, and eventually, I know the future. Like I said, the vision that I saw of myself was me speaking on a stage. I told you wearing the blue collar that I told you about, right? You wore that all the
Mm.
time, the royal blue. So who knows? And that's the color for my business. So this is just refine. I'm refining my gift, and the thing is that with you, the same exact thing. Once you discover your purpose, you discover your vision. There will be something as you continue to talk to the children. There will be something you see. There will be something you will experience, and that will be something you want to solve. And this is how you become master at what you do. Nobody can do what you do. I can You can't do what I do, and neither can I do what you will do at New Leaf 101. You will see, and life will show you exactly what it is. You just have to plunge in and start. Okay. So knowing this, we're now gonna be able to utilize your pillars. You're gonna be utilizing that, and I'll coach you and guide you as we proceed. You'll be able to even when it comes to hiring. I'm doing that. I do that for the people that I hired. I look out for this. And the people that don't need to come to you, they won't come to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to be selective. I want to make sure like when start, like my company start to grow, I hire the right person
And you
because,
will.
like you say, it's an extension of myself, and it
Yeah.
has to reflect what I value.
Exactly. And everything, with you traveling, going out, like all of those, you will get there. It will require some work, but I bet you, knowing this and knowing where you want to work, I'm telling you, you can go to there's a lot of places you can go to. You can work with children, foster, like there's a lot of, are you kidding me? You can do a lot with working with children.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right.
Thank you.
So knowing your
Thank
vision.
you.
Yeah, go ahead. You're
Thank you
welcome.
for blessing new life with your beautiful insight.
Yeah, absolutely. You're most welcome. And any other question you have for me?
I have a lot of questions for you,
Sure.
but it's more about like what to do about my business. I'm not sure about. You understand? So I'm gonna reach out to you
Yes.
and find out why I need to, because I told you I have all those ideas, and then you say slow down,
Yes.
slow down. You told me that you had a vision. Something told you I have to be still. And I'm listening to you because, like I said, I was in motion. I said, oh my God, I'm going to set up a business. I created this. Let me get this in. But it's good to have that excitement, but don't rush it because that's I'm gonna make mistake along the way, like by watching things. Um, and I'm gonna listen to you on the advice and really do research about like some stuff, like even where I want to work. Like right now, even though my business is not up and going, I might be working for someone part time, but I have to be mindful what kind of business that I'm embarking myself. Does that
Yes,
reflect the kind of business I want to set up? Like you said,
absolutely.
if I want to build a business based on empathy, care for patients. So if I'm working for a company, even part time, that should also reflect that.
Absolutely. Or else you're not gonna feel fulfilled and you're gonna be angry and annoyed and you're probably gonna quit eventually. So yeah.
Yeah.
So people don't, you'll be surprised that companies that I worked with a company before they eventually merged that really, really put the patients first. Sorry, put their
Ah,
workers as a nurse, put us
mhm.
first. I've worked in 3 great companies and they did that. They did that.
Yeah.
So, eventually one of them, then they merged and then started changing things around, right? Another one, I
Wow.
was like, really? Why do I have to leave now when everything is going, I wanted to like, it was literally time for me to merge into something else. But literally, I've spoken to clients that literally like there are companies out there that actually treat their staff really well. So, and people stay there for years. I know you
Yeah.
were saying that you were afraid that people going to leave. People will leave if they want to leave, but people will
Yeah.
leave, and you shouldn't. We're with working is supposed to be or building companies. People gonna leave regardless of whatever you do. Don't get it wrong, but you want to always leave them with something lasting. They would always remember that company was a great company that I worked for. Yes, maybe I
Mhm.
had to go or leave them because of a certain pay. Maybe I needed to bump it up a little bit, or I've been there for years. But there are companies, and I know a few, even that people tell me about that people have been there for years and they don't leave because that company was just that great. Starting from the CEO, the culture is just beautiful and it's a great place to work. That's if
Okay.
you want that for yourself, let that be your company.
Yeah, I want to do that. I
They will
want
they
that.
will they will build your company. They will build your company for you. You have no idea. They will build. Those people are the ones that are gonna build your company. If you don't treat people back well, they will also destroy the company. They're the people in front, the front desk, they know what to do. They know how to talk to patients and they know how to send them away. All right.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So you
Yeah.
and I, we're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna help you with the next step. I will talk to
Yeah.
you. That we can also, if you want, we can do that. But don't worry, that one I can do of videos and everything like that for the next step. Right, I'll make other videos about how to do the next step. But knowing your vision, knowing your mission, knowing your purpose, knowing what you stand for, I'm telling you. I mean, I hope you see what the money is because I see it already for you. So I hope you can see that because I already, if you know your purpose, then you know where the money is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see it. Mhm.
All right.
I just have to work hard at it and put in the work. Like I said, I already know what I want to do. I know the kind of like the level of commitment that is needed to
Yeah.
get to that. So I just have to do the work now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and right, whether we either work, right? They say choose your heart, choose your heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
what is it called? Being well, poverty is hard, so being rich is hard, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want, it's gonna be hard, tough, but one is gonna make it worthwhile and much more enjoyable, which then makes you feel like it's not hard. This is what it feels like when you discover your purpose. It's exactly who you are. Look at me and you now. We're having a conversation now. It's work, but it's not work. I love what I do, and I'm still doing it regardless. I've been doing it all morning, and I'm still doing it now. That's the beautiful part about discovering your purpose for life. You're gonna work tirelessly. In the Bible, nobody ever retired. They worked till they die.
Yeah.
It's their
Mm-hmm.
gifts, and they worked in their gifts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, thank you so much, Carmel LaRose, for being here, the founder of New Leaf 101 and the CEO of New Leaf 101. Thank you once
Okay.
again for being here with me, Miss Carmel LaRose, the founder and CEO of New Leaf 101. The slogan for her business as of now, tentatively, a leaf fall and leaf turns. I can't wait to speak with you again. Again, my name is Doyin, the founder and CEO of UBridge Health. We do provide psychiatric services, and so does she at New Leaf 101. She's also located in New Jersey, and she'll be having multiple licenses in other states. So again, don't forget to follow me on every social media. Feel free to subscribe. Follow me, listen, trust me, there's a lot here, and I can help anyone in any industry.
Thank
Stay
you
tuned.
so much for having me. Bye
Pleasure.
bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.
Don't forget, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.